Morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. It is a pretty cold fall day here in Virginia, and I am grateful to be alive. What about you? Y'all, you know what I decided to do today? Because there is so much fall fruits and vegetables that have come out, I thought I would do a mixture today of some fruits and veggies. It is going to be a green drink on today. I want to make sure I have everything that I need to move forward on this morning. I hope that everybody's been doing fantastic. I've been doing pretty good. I can't complain. I'm hoping that you all are taking care of yourself. I'm not going to be with you very long today. Don't have a lot of things that I want to talk about except what kind of juice we're making and the benefits of that juice. And the main thing is love yourself. It's just that simple. Love yourself. And for those of you who have a relationship with God, love on God. Yeah, love on God. I want to say to you today we're going to juice some fruits that are out in the market, pomegranate. We're going to do some kale today. That's the black kale. We're going to do some pears. I actually got these pears as a what do you call that? An anniversary gift. There we are. So I've cut up the pears already and ginger on today. I went online, and this is what I like to do. I went online to find out um, what pairs well with pears. So what goes well with pears, and I found out kale, pomegranate, ginger. There were like 15 other fruits and vegetables that paired well with pears. And so I thought, you know what? I have pomegranates, I got the kale, and I need to do something with these pears because I didn't eat them all when they came on the 28th of September. So I want to say good morning and thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you all for um, liking, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for my new subscribers. Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are getting some good information. I hope that you are learning that day by day you have to get up and love yourself. Every day, some people will say you're being selfish. I listened to a recording where I had spoken at a church in 2018, September 2018. And I tell y'all, that was one of the things that I heard because I was told that as a little girl. And so when you love yourself, you're not being selfish. It is called self care. If you don't take care of yourself first, love yourself first, care for yourself first, treat yourself tenderly, gently, kindly, then who, what will you have to give to somebody else? And I want to say too, when you fall in love with God, because I can't leave him out, when you fall in love with him, he's going to show you how to care for yourself. He's going to show you how to prioritize you. You put him first, and then he's going to say, whoa, 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 don't forget about you. Don't forget about loving on you. Don't forget to feed you. I had a conversation with myself last week. I went in my clothes closet and I actually recorded it and I wondered, am I going to upload this or am I just going to keep it to myself? So I decided I'll keep it to myself until I process this a little bit more. Y'all know I'm on a journey to make sure that I get the weight off that I've put back on, right? I think all of us are on that journey, maybe. Some people are at their ideal weight. I don't think I'll be at my ideal weight until I can fit all the clothes in my closet. So what I did, I recorded myself in my closet, shoes, coats, clothes, day clothes, evening clothes, work clothes, what I call Sunday clothes, meeting clothes, business attire, sports attire, all kinds, shoes, boots, everything. And I walked in my closet and I talked to myself and I said, you know what? I'm not happy with how you treat me. Now, I'm talking to my body. And it may seem kind of strange, but it wasn't strange to me because, when we're in a relationship with another person, once in a while we have to check in if that person is doing something that we don't like, right? And we process what we're going to say so that we can add a little bit of grace. Some people haven't learned to do that yet, and so we approach things in anger a little bit. So I was upset with my body because, and I'll tell you why. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But I had to do self talk. This is self care. This is self love, right? So I had to tell myself, I'm not happy with you because body, your body, because I give you everything that you want. I take you to the finest restaurants. We eat well. We eat nutritiously. We eat healthy, whatever you crave. If you want Captain George's, I'm going to take you to Captain George's. If you want Harpoon Larry's, I'm going to take you to Harpoon Larry's and sit you down and give you the finest meal that I can. If you want Second Street, and I'm doing plugs for all these restaurants because I do like to eat out because of my schedule, and that's a reward system for me. How many of you reward yourself? So I told my body, I said, but you're not giving me what I'm looking for. I just want to see the numbers drop on the scale. And as I was pondering that and talking to the Lord about it, He said, you need to do this with your body. And then, check this out, y'all. Give your body what it needs, and it'll give you what it wants, what you want. I'm going to say that one more time. That's a Frankie quote. Give your body what it needs, and it'll give you what you want. So I realized my body doesn't need to eat at all of these places. Once in a while, that's a treat for it. This is the conclusion of the matter here. Our bodies don't need to be treated when we accomplish a goal, or if we're sad, or we're emotionally driven to treat ourselves. But our bodies do need these things. Fats, and that's fats from animals. The butter and the milk that these animals produce, that is pasture raised. Our body needs carbs. And you know that you can get carbohydrates from vegetables, beans, lentils. Then our body needs protein. Again, we can get those carbs from brown rice. I'm going to go back. We can even get those carbs from, then we need protein. So in the protein, we can have meats for those of you who eat meat. We can get the proteins from some fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and beans. We need water. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We need lots of water. We need sunlight. We need to exercise. And so these are the things that the body needs. And when we give the body what it needs, the body is going to give us the decrease in our weight. So I had to process last week. So I will say that I've lost 2 pounds again, but I've also decided that I added something to my lemon water, and that's cinnamon. And the cinnamon helps to curb my appetite. I'm just giving y'all some tips that I'm experimenting with for myself. But I want to say today that give your body what it needs. Only on occasion do you give it what it wants. Because my body wants a lot of things. My body really has been craving fried chicken wings. Mm-hmm. And it's okay if I fry it myself. I've said this before because I use coconut oil, avocado oil. Coconut oil, I love the flavor that it gives to food. So if you're craving something, fix it yourself. Like yesterday, I craved the vegetable bowl, and I did that. We had company over yesterday, and so I fixed the vegetable bowl. I had Brussels sprouts, corn, red onions, sweet potatoes, what's that? Rainbow carrots, black beans, green peppers. No, red peppers cooked in the black beans, and then I did my millet noodles, and I grilled or broiled all of the vegetables, and it was really, really, really good. And then I made a tahini um, dressing to go over it, and it was good, and I loved it, and I got full from it, and I got satisfied from it. So let's begin to our journey for this fall and winter season. Let's eat nutritiously. Let's eat healthily. But more than anything, let's give our body what it needs. It needs fats, carbs, protein, water, sunlight, and exercise. Let's not give it those sugary drinks. Let's not give it a bunch of white pasta, white rice. Let's not do that to ourselves. Let's not give it breads that are made with white flour. Let's not do that. Let's not give ourselves a lot of cakes and candies that are made with white flour and refined sugar. When we do something for ourselves, let's make sure that we give ourselves what we need. What does your body need today? I know my body needed some lemon water to raise my pH level. My body also needed today this kale that's going to give me some chlorophyll, that's going to give me some antibiotics, and I'm sorry, some antioxidants that's going to kill off the free radicals. My body needs rest. I have to go to bed early. You need to go to bed early. We can't binge watch. That's causing a lot of stress and a lot of inflammation. My body and my mind needs to spend time with God. What about you? So I'm going to move on because we're already at 11 minutes and I think that's enough time. I'm using the Nama juicer today. I also use the Breville juicer, but the Nama seems to be doing pretty good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load up the kale. There's some movement around my house. That's that my alarm is going off and I don't know what it is. There's a cute little rabbit that I've noticed in my flower bed and hanging around my trees. We saw a huge snake a couple of weeks ago. My husband didn't want to kill it because he said, you know what? Snakes kill off rodents that want to hang around the house. So I was like, well, okay, honey, then I'm going to do what you say. And so I saw it. I took a picture of it and I told him, I said, I was going in the garage to tell him I was leaving for work. And I said, honey, come here. And so I probably told y'all this already. But I tell you what, I wasn't afraid of the snake because he looked like he was dead. But my husband said he was sunbathing. So, okay, if that's what he wants to do. I forgot to put out my, guys, my containers that catch the pulp and that catch the juice. I want to say to you all, if you have to order something from the Nama company, you order your, what do you call it? You order your, I love pomegranate. If it breaks or something, then you have to order it. It comes pretty quick. And then I've realized too, you can still use the Nama even if certain parts aren't working properly. I want to get all of my seeds out of this pomegranate. So it's going to take me a little minute, but I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to keep saying it to you this morning. Love yourself. Love yourself. Sometimes we love other people, sometimes more than we love ourselves, We want to make other people so happy with us. Please like me. Please want to be with me. Please allow me to be in your life. And I think that's okay. But are you loving you? Sometimes we go all out of the way to make sure somebody else is okay. And then we forget about ourselves. I don't think that's good. You? I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a good choice. I don't think it's a good thing to do. Sometimes we even love other people more than we love God. When I was with the Lord this morning, I was telling him, Lord have mercy, where would I be if it wasn't for him? When you read the word, there are times in the word that you'll be chastened. Chastened means he's correcting you. I remember the first time I was in Proverbs, right? Of course, I didn't understand it. And so the more I read it, though, I didn't stop reading it. I just kept reading. I kept going back to it because parts of it made sense and other parts didn't. But I remember there was this one scripture that said, wisdom, because Proverbs is about wisdom, right? And there was one part in there that said, wisdom is crying out to you every day. Some kind of way God is trying to get information to us. It's crying to you in the street. In the street could be a billboard, could even be, some people have bumper stickers on their cars. There could be birds going by or flying too low. There could be a message in that. And God says, wisdom is crying out to you every single day. What are you doing? And so, when I read that, and then it says, if you don't seek wisdom, if you don't seek understanding, God says, and if you don't obey him when he's trying to get information to you, and you know what? A lot of us know when it's God speaking, we don't want to obey. We want to keep doing it our way. And the scripture that really stuck out to me years ago was this one where it said, I will laugh at your calamity. And that scared me, to think that why would God laugh at me? Why would he really sit back and have a big old laugh at my calamity? You know why? Because I wasn't doing what he told me to do. Wisdom was crying out. That's all in Proverbs. Have y'all ever read that? Have you ever seen it? It's all in Proverbs where he says, yeah, I'm giving you some instructions, but you don't want to obey. So when calamity comes, I'm going to laugh at you. Well, what I got from that was, I don't want God laughing at me. How about you? I don't want that. I don't want to have somebody that created me laughing at me because I won't take the instructions that he's given, right? And he's giving a lot of instructions. He's telling us this is what you need to do. And before I forget it, guys, the end of this month, I am going to have the creator of God's Millionaires and Billionaires. Ooh, I'm getting all of this on my shirt. Podcast. On, let's see. Ooh, I wish I could tell y'all where it is. Mm. But anyway, her name is Pastor Patina Chapman, and her mother. They're coming for Friends on Friday, and I am so excited. And she's going to do a live show with me. I don't think we'll be live, but we will record it here. And I'm excited. I love doing Friends on Friday. A friend of mine, Wanda Mills, thank you, Wanda. She was the one that started out with me on this venture of doing the show. And she told me, she said, you should do Friends on Friday. So, y'all know Wanda was my guest, the very first Friends on Friday that we ever did. And also, she came back and she was the one that gave us the cabbage. We juiced cabbage for the first time when she was here. And so I want to do a shout out to her and thank her for creating that idea for Pause with God. So I think I've talked to you guys enough about loving yourself, caring for yourself, um, God's perspective, how he sees us. We don't like it, how he corrects us sometimes. And then, for me, when he was laughing, when he said, I'll laugh at your calamity, it didn't feel good because I knew what his word said. And I knew he doesn't lie. And so I could feel it. I could feel him saying, she's not paying attention. She's loving too many other things and she's wanting to do too many other things. And she thinks that she's going to move forward, but she's not. But I tell y'all, when I started obeying him and doing what he told me to do, ah, life got better, way better, much easier. And that was how I overcame cancer. That's how God healed me of cancer. Because when I started obeying him, and I'm glad I did, I'm glad that he, wasn't laughing at me anymore because I started partnering with him. I partnered with him for my healing. And I sometimes my heart gets heavy whenever I hear about people being diagnosed with cancer and and then they choose to obey the doctor. I realize that a lot of people haven't been in relationship with God long enough to know that he's their dad, he created their body, and he would never do anything to you to hurt you. Even the foods that he created naturally. Now, there are foods that man has tainted and bothered with a lot, and that's with preservatives and pesticides. And those things will hurt. But originally, God didn't do that to us. That was man's idea. man's creation, man's way of thinking that he can make something better for us. Um, we can't we can't trust that. We have to do our own research. That's a part of loving you. Taking some time for yourself, taking some time and doing some research on what's going on, what you can do better, what you can do better for you. Do some research on what foods can you eat that kill cancer cells. I've done the research. You want me to tell you? Every seed, every nut, every fruit, every vegetable, every bean kills cancer cells. All of them do. I never forget, and I say this on occasion, my doctor told me the reason why some people, not all, do chemo because they're too lazy to change their diet, because they don't believe. I believe that God made all of this for us so that we can have a better quality of life, right? So I'm going to start juicing. I fill the juicer up. The first thing that's going to come out, y'all are going to see it. I'm going to rinse my hands off. But the first thing that's going to come out is that kale. And so since the kale is the first thing that's coming out, whoa, I am going to tell us the benefits of the kale, all right? I got a little pomegranate pile of leaves and things here. Ooh, I see that pomegranate eased its way through too, because I see several colors coming through, guys. Oh my goodness. So it has a burgundy color there. I'm going to go ahead and put some more pears in. The pears have come through. And I want to say my pears are very ripe. Some of them have turned a little brown on the skin. But when I cut into them, they had not gotten too ripe all over. I did that wrong. I should have put the kale in first. Seems like every time I start filling the juicer, my alarm on the house goes off, or my sensor that's around the house, it goes off. I tell y'all. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna keep going because I don't want us to. I don't want to. What is that word? Belabor the time too much. Good morning, Rosedale. Every time I think of words that I don't normally use, I think of my sister because she has a really, really great vocabulary. I know when she comes in town, my husband loves talking to her because her vocabulary is so vast. So good morning, Marnell. Good morning, Adelia. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Emma Jean. These are my sisters, y'all. Good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Veronica. Good morning, Taryn. Good morning, Gianna. Good morning, Day Day, Jelani, Jalan. Good morning, George, Miel. That's my sons. I'm calling out their names too. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm hoping that this juice has a really good flavor because looking at it, it doesn't look all of that great. As a matter of fact, those pears are very thick coming through. But I'm going to keep going. One thing that I do notice, though, we're getting a lot of juice and very little pulp. So I'm going to go to the kale first because I want us to know the benefits of the kale. Y'all know I have my little book here. I had to do that. But kale, 9 health benefits of kale. And what are they? Kale is full of antioxidants. These include beta carotene and vitamin C, as well as various flavonoids and polyphenols. Antioxidants are substances that help counteract oxidative damage by neutralizing free radicals in the body. Oxidative damage is believed to be among the leading drivers of aging and many chronic conditions, including cancer. So the kale provides the antioxidants which kill off the oxidative stress that causes the body's cells to begin to turn negative. A lot of people believe that, and this is said, I found out that we're born with these cancer cells. No, I don't believe that. Why would God put something so deadly in the body? But He does put something in the body called killer cells. They're called. What I love about God that He did, He allowed man to name off or to name, like He told Adam in the garden. He said, name these animals for me. And Adam did that. And you know what is so fantastic about it is God told man, now, when you open up the body, I'm sure this is something that came to people when they started finding out that they needed to cut the body open to find out where the sickness is coming from at the point of death before they started, when morticians became a lifestyle where they could go in and do things to the body so that they could put it in the ground and bury it. They could take the organs out if the organs were healthy enough that they could donate those organs and do transplants for people. So, with all of this wisdom that God gave man to do all of this, He also said, name that. Name that body part. Name that cell. Name that tissue that's in the body. Name that a vein. Name that um, the the mitochondria, that particular cell that's in the gut that helps us to um, feel better when you feed it properly. I want you to name it. I'm giving you power. I'm telling you, go in, subdue, take over, have authority over. So, with all of that information and all of that knowledge that God has given to man, then I'm just so amazed at why we don't just take the time to love ourselves, to gather all the information that we can so we can feel better, so that you can give your body what it needs, so that your body can give it back to you what you want. If you want to be free from cancer, you can't go to a doctor and have them inject chemo, a chemical in your body that God never intended for the body to have. And I think that I've matured a little bit, that I'm not aggressive to people who have been diagnosed with cancer because I understand, I get it. But what about you actually feeding yourself what the body needs? The body doesn't need a piece of cake every day. The body does not need that macaroni and cheese and that spaghetti with white flour. The body doesn't need that. But the body needs a nice, fresh salad, green salad every day, and without the creamy dressing. Make your own creamy dressing with tahini. Tahini is ground sesame seeds, and then you add other ingredients to it. I made tahini dressing last night for my veggie bowl. One day I'll give you all the recipe for this stuff, and I may have in another episode. Where this is episode, I believe, 95 or 96. So I can't remember everything that I talked about in the episodes, but I do know one thing that I've talked about consistently is, if you or somebody you know that's diagnosed with cancer, why won't you give God a chance? What He left in the earth to heal the body. See, he created all of these things before He created the body. He put everything in the earth first before He even put man in the earth. A lot of people think that He did that so man could take care of the garden. No, He did that so man could take care of himself. Yeah. So man, this is what I want you to eat. And He didn't have preservatives and all of this stuff. See, that came in the fall of man, where the weeds begin to grow and all of these insects and things begin to turn on the plants and not be there as a part of the ecological system. See, the closer we get to God, the more He will teach us. The more He will teach us. All right? So I'm going to load this up a little bit more. I have some more kale. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the kale. And then I'm going to put the pomegranate in it. And I'm going to try to do something. If I was doing this on Friends on, woo, if I was doing this on Friends on Friday, guys, then one person could be able to do this, or I could load the juicer. That thing is going off this morning. But what I'm going to do is turn the alarm off because it's too much. I want to tell y'all that somebody else was here with me doing the juicer. Ah, if somebody else was here with me this morning, I could be feeling this and then it wouldn't take so much time, but I'm okay. I am going to be okay, guys, because I want us to get the benefits of this. The kale is an excellent source of vitamin C. I'm going to try to do both. How about that? I'm losing some pomegranate seeds, but that's going to be okay. Vitamin C is important. It's an important water-soluble vitamin. You know, we get vitamin C in all of our citrus fruits. Vitamin C raises your pH level in your body. That's your power of hydrogen, or it recharges your battery, or it gets those cells activated to kill off those free radicals. I told y'all before what free radicals are. I just want us to be okay. I know I want to be okay. It hurts me so much when I see so many people that are just hurting and walking bent over. I'm dealing with this this arthritis, all of these itises in the body, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, um, all of the different type of arthritises that come in the body. And you know, a lot of times that comes from preservatives. Yeah, a lot of people, we want to put it on a lot of other things. That's a part of aging. That's what I've heard so much lately. Um, but I do know that it's part of the preservatives in our food. Yeah, that arthritis comes from a lot of the preservatives that's in the food. So, guys, I just ask that you take care of yourself. That's a part of loving yourself. Love yourself. That that um that that song again, Whitney Houston sang it when they did Muhammad Ali movie. The greatest love of all is learning to love yourself. I know it might sound kind of mellow, but I am because that's how I'm feeling. I'm learning a lot of things. One of the things that I've learned is to pull myself back from a lot of busyness. Take care of what I'm supposed to take care of. Make sure my husband is okay. I was going to say hubby, but make sure he's okay. Make sure I'm okay. Make sure I'm getting plenty of rest. Eliminate the stress. Get away from stressful situations. A lot of things that I just don't want to do anymore. I guess that's one thing that comes with aging. You realize what you like and what you don't like, what you are going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. That's a part of loving yourself. That's why I talked to my body the other day. I had to let it know I don't like I don't like what you're giving me, but I love how God broke it down to me. Your body's going to give you what you're giving it. You're giving it a lot of high calorie foods um, and even though it's nutritious, it still could be high in calories. So you still have to gauge how much you eat. And that's why I say the more fruits and vegetables, especially those nice vegetables in a salad or in a veggie bowl, when you eat those, you actually are being satisfied quicker. Try it out and see what you think. One day when I do a live show, you can also respond to me with that. How are you doing? How are you doing with feeding your body, with loving your body, with giving your body the nutritious foods so you won't feel hungry all the time? You know, sometimes you get that the rhythm of eating off. There is a rhythm that the body works on. It's like a clock. I don't think it's their circadian rhythm, but I'm not sure. I do know though that the body has a rhythm, It has a time that it needs to receive food, and it has a time when you need to stop eating, because the body does begin to break down the nutrients from the food that you've given it all day. And when it breaks down those nutrients, then what you need to do is stop eating by a certain time. I know. I know. Sometimes your emotions have you doing that. And sometimes if you eat the wrong foods, you know that your gut begins to crave more of that food. So you have to be careful now, especially when you eat those carbs that are full of refined sugar. Have you noticed? It's almost like after you eat something with granulated sugar or high fructose corn syrup, you start craving even more. You want to eat some more. You ever been through that? I have. But if you get those green vegetables and the more nutritious foods in your system, giving your body what it needs and not what it wants, because this little body, mine, well, I could eat all day, but I had to stop it. Had to stop it. Had to stop feeding my body what it was craving. It was craving some good stuff, but I was doing it in abundance, and I was eating all the time. And so now I've stopped doing that, and I feel a lot better. And then now my body can rest when it's supposed to rest. I can sleep when I'm supposed to sleep. Why? Because my belly is not full when I lay down. You ever lay down on a full belly? It doesn't feel good either, because you're tossing and turning all night. You're having all kinds of crazy dreams. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I am trying to, what I'm doing, because I know y'all are wondering, why is she not giving us the benefits? And I know a lot of y'all say, I don't like watching her because she talks too much. She doesn't get to the point. I think that somebody needs to hear somebody else encourage them and tell them you can do better and you can be better. And I know that I've lost a lot of viewers, and I'm okay with that too, because they feel like I do go on a tangent. Don't think it's a tangent. I'm just giving what I'm thinking about at that moment. And maybe what I'm thinking about might help somebody. But I believe that today's topic of loving yourself, of loving yourself, of loving yourself is more important than anything else to me. Love yourself. Then you won't be so needy. When you learn to love yourself, you won't be so needy in a relationship. You won't be after somebody else's man. You won't be falling for every little lie that somebody tells you, men and women. You won't, because you've learned to love yourself. And when you love yourself, and then when you learn to love God, He'll show you how to respect yourself and respect other people. Respect what is right and holy. Mm-hmm. One lady who watches me sometimes, she said, when I watch you, I feel like I've gone to church. Yeah, I think when I watch me too, I feel like I've gone to church because I need it. See, when you love God so much, you don't care who's really talking to you about Him. You're excited to know, you know what? I needed to hear that. I needed to be reminded, love myself. Love myself. Mm-hmm. Yep. Love myself. I think that's where, disappointment comes in sometimes, because we're loving other people so much and they're not giving back to us what we've given out to them. And then disappointment sets in, and then we get irritated and aggravated with people. So when you pull yourself back and you let God order your steps, that's why He says, acknowledge me in all your ways and I'll direct your path. Did I tell you to do that? Did I tell you to jump over there and help them? Did I tell you to go out and give that money to that person? Did I tell you to buy that thing? And then you sit back and say, wow, God, no, you told me I could do this, but you certainly didn't tell me I could do that. I did that on my own. You see, it's self-talk, self-care. That's what this is all about. Loving yourself. Are you love yourself enough that you talk to yourself and let yourself know, listen, I can't do this anymore. This is not working. This is not serving me. Loving yourself is finding things that serve you and feeding yourself properly. certainly will serve you and serve you well. And you'll look good and feel better. And all of that sickness and disease that we're dealing with, it'll come off of our bodies. So I want us to be okay. That is it with the pomegranates, guys. This is the last of the ingredients of the juice. I'm going to rinse my hands off. I'm going to turn this juicer off. Fart. I have one little piece sitting right here waiting for me. Yep. Didn't realize it, the time that it takes. I know when I'm eating a pomegranate how much time it takes. And this is one of my favorite fruits. I love it. I have a friend of mine, Chef Fifi, she even eats the seeds. It's hard for me to eat the seeds, but they're very, very good for lowering your cholesterol because it's the fiber in the seeds that help with that. Yeah. Good morning, honey. Wow, I didn't even know it was after 12. Good afternoon, Ed Douglas. Yep. So once I finish peeling this pomegranate, then we'll be able to go on with the program. And then you can go on with your day. I hope that you are going to have a fantastic day because it is a good day to have a good day, I tell you. Even though it's getting chilly outside, we just cover ourselves up and bundle up. Some people like this weather. My favorite time is the beginning of fall and spring. Seems like the temperature is just right for me. So, guys, wow. All right, that's it. Let's put this cap back on. And we're going to finish with this. Whoop. I have pomegranate juice all on my neck and blouse, and so I guess this will be like I'm gonna have to tie dye this shirt so that I can continue to wear it. And I have pomegranates all over my floor. I'm gonna pick those up, and then I'm gonna come back and give you all the benefits. And please forgive me, everybody, for coming off the camera. All right, excellent source of vitamin C. For example, it is necessary for the synthesis of collagen. Woo. Need to close that. Hold on, please, everybody. There's that juice. It's like a greenish gray, but this is our antioxidant rich juice. I'm hoping that the pomegranate, kale, and pear and ginger make for a good juice. But check this out. It says, for example, it is necessary for the synthesis of collagen, the most abundant structural protein in the body. Now, the proteins that we eat go into cells once they're digested in our digestive tract, but they go into cells and then those proteins go back through the body. Collagen is needed for muscles, skin tightness, aging, wrinkles, bone support, all of those things. So this is one of the things we need. We need fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, beans. All right. Kale is higher in vitamin C than most other greens, containing about 3 times as much as spinach and collards. Kale lowers your cholesterol. One study showed that kale powder every day for 8 weeks reduced the bad cholesterol, along with lowering blood pressure, decreasing belly fat, and help with your blood sugar levels. Look at that. Now, I also want to tell y'all, remember when we did oxalates, the acidic foods that cause the arthritis and osteoporosis and all of those arthritises. And it said that the foods that have the oxalates in it, kale was one of them. But I also found out that the reason why those oxalates are there is because of the pesticides that's put in food. I'm learning, I'm going to share with you all. But those pesticides in the foods, so when we get the foods, we have to, it's called soaking. We must soak our fruits, and especially the vegetables, and especially the leafy vegetables, or what they call cruciferous vegetables. We have to soak those and rinse them well. I remember when my mom would cook collard greens for the holidays, man, she would soak and soak and rinse and rinse and rinse. But you know what? We never felt bad. Actually, we felt pretty good when we ate the collard greens during the holidays. So when you get your greens, ooh, this is a pretty thick. All right, guys, here is the kale, ginger, pomegranate, pear juice. I'm going to taste it. But when you get your green leafy vegetables, make sure you rinse them very well. Soak them for a little bit, then rinse them again, rinse them again. So that's a 3-part water rinsing because you're getting the pesticides off and you're also helping to make that food a little bit more nutritious for you. I know that everybody can't afford. I don't like buying the organic fruits and vegetables because they're expensive. They're like $2 and $3 a little more. But if you can afford that, then go organic, but still rinse it. They're saying that there's not pesticides out there, but it's the soil. We don't know what's coming off of the ocean. We don't know what people are doing with certain products around the farmers. So still make sure you rinse off everything very well. And especially when you're in the grocery store, stop eating those grapes. Rinse them off. Mm. Mm. Wow, that's really good. That is fantastic. The pears come up. Oh my gosh, that is really good, guys. It doesn't look tasty, but that's a really good juice. The pears are prominent. I don't taste the pomegranate. I don't taste the ginger at all. The kale comes on the back end of it. It's like, and it's not an aftertaste of kale. You just get that flavor of the kale in your mouth. But the first thing you taste are the pears, and this is a wonderful juice. I'm gonna drink some more, and then I'm gonna tell you all the benefits. Okay? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Has a little bitterness to it. It's the ginger. All right. That's basically it, I think, on kale. So vitamin C, rich in antioxidants, lowers cholesterol, has vitamin K. So the vitamin K, it is absolutely critical for blood clotting and does this by activating certain proteins and giving them the ability to bind calcium. The well-known anticoagulant drug warfarin actually works by blocking the functions of this vitamin. Warfarin blocks vitamin K from functioning. So warfarin is like it stops the natural blood clotting process in the body. I want to tell y'all that there are a lot of things and there are a lot of medications that block a lot of benefits in the body. I don't want to go there today, but it hurts me. Yeah, it does. It hurts me to know that we would rather take a pill for every ill. And you know what? The more you do these things, like make your juice and cook for yourself, you're actually spending time with yourself. It took me maybe 2 hours to prep for dinner yesterday, just to prep. But when I was done, because I was eating, I had fresh corn off the cob, so I had to peel that corn, get all those hairs off, and then roast the corn, then cut the corn off the cob to put in the bowl. But I tell you what, when it was all said and done, it was a good meal and it was very satisfying. I mean, it was real tasty. So, anyway, I'm going to go on. Here we are. The benefits of ginger. Let's go to number 1. Contains gingerol, which has medicinal purposes. The gingerol helps fight the flu and common cold, to name a few. It aids in digestion. This is just the ginger. It can treat forms of nausea, especially morning sickness. And see, this is something that I believe that I know we can't give honey to babies, but if we fix our children's some juice every morning and put a little bit of ginger in it, it might help with some of those stomach issues that our kids are having. Help with weight loss, help with osteoarthritis, drastically lowers blood sugars and improve heart disease risk. Now, this is the ginger. Can help treat chronic indigestion, helps reduce menstrual pain, and helps to lower cholesterol levels. This is the ginger. So this is a cholesterol lowering drink already. Contains a substance that prevents cancer. What is that cancer? It's gingerol. What is that substance? It's gingerol. May improve brain function and protect against Alzheimer's disease. You know, I will say this because somebody asked me this on episode number 2, and I said I make juice in episode number 2. They thought that I was saying that I sell juice, and I used to sell juice. But I want to say starting in this is 23, so starting in January, February, March, April, probably in I want to say in 2024, I'm going to start selling juice. So I'm putting it out there, y'all. I am going to start making juice and selling it. And so if you want to start getting your orders in, I will have a website and a phone number and a team of people that are going to take the calls. And I may be on the phone. I don't know, to start out. But I will say this, we are going to have our website coming up soon. And we're going to start selling juices because so many people I'm finding maybe haven't learned to make the time to take care of themselves. But I tell you, when you're diagnosed with something that's deadly, you're going to find the time. All right. Non-surprising benefits of the pears. And thank you, Casey Lawson, for that wonderful gift of pears that you sent to my husband and I celebrating our 1 year in our house. Thank you very much. And I want to say this too. Casey Lawson and Wanda Mills are amazing realtors in the Virginia area, in the Tidewater area. So if you're looking for a realtor, call Casey Lawson and Wanda Mills. And if you're looking to have your furniture reupholstered, call James River Interiors, 757-595-9643. All right, I think that's all the businesses. I don't know. Keys to the City Management, Party with G, Party with Me. That's one. That's a fantastic DJ. He's even been at a party DJing with Stevie Wonder in the house. So let me think. If there are any more businesses out there and you want me to give a shout out to you, certainly I will. Fifi, Simply Delish Eats. That's Chef Felicia, and then you have Chef Carlton. They both cooked at my 65th birthday celebration. Felicia did Friday dinner. Saturday dinner. Chef Carlton did Sunday brunch. And I'm going to have Chef Carlton over at my house real soon. So, guys, those are the businesses that's out there in the Tidewater area. These pears improve kidney health. Eating pear fruits is extremely good for the health of your kidneys. Pears improve gut health. Pears are a rich source of soluble and insoluble fiber, which is critical for your digestive system. And this will help with, they have prebiotics. They promote your healthy growth for your body over the ages and boost your immunity. These help to soften your stools and feed the healthy bacteria in your gut. This is pears, a rich source of plant compounds. The green color of a pear is given to it by the plant compounds it contains. These compounds are very beneficial. The red pears have anthocyanins. These compounds are known for improving health and strengthening your blood vessels. The most common pears are the green pears from India, and they have lutein and zeaxanthin, zeaxanthin or zeaxanthin, which are essential for your eyes. These compounds collect in your retina to prevent blindness and other eye diseases. Now look at God, and I'm going to stop right there, y'all, because you know I could keep it moving. They have anti-inflammatory properties. They ward off diabetes. They get rid of chronic inflammation, and that inflammation can harm your heart and cause heart disease or type 2 diabetes. The pears get rid of that because it's an anti-inflammatory food. Anti-cancer effects, the anthocyanins and cinnamic acid contents in pears fight cancer, protects against stomach, lung, and bladder cancer. In, in, the, blah. In addition, pears are rich in flavonoid antioxidants that can help protect against breast and ovarian cancer. I'm going to say that one more time. Pears are an anti-cancer food. They lower the risk of diabetes. Pears help maintain heart health. Pears aid in weight loss. Incorporate them in your diet. They help with your skin. This is pears. And then we have one more ingredient in this juice. It is fantastic. I can't wait to finish the show and take my husband a cup. Pomegranates. They are rich in antioxidants, right? They lower blood pressure. The pomegranates slow cancer growths. They more deeply, they're very deep in color. That means that they're very rich in antioxidants. They're a good source of fiber because of the seeds. They provide vitamin C. Um, Vitamin C is an antioxidant itself, which helps keep other antioxidants working well throughout the body. See, what we're doing is we're pairing fruits and vegetables together that cause the vitamins to all work well together, right? You're going to see this come out in your urine because that vitamin C is a water soluble, means it goes right through the body, coming out through your urine and other fluid processes. They help to improve your workouts for those of us who do work out, because I have started walking. I've even incorporated Tabo in my exercise program because I remember doing Tabo years ago. So I just went to YouTube and pulled up Tabo Basic, and that's what I do. And it, man, as I've aged, I realized, woo, girl, you can't get down there like you used to, but it's okay because I'm still moving. They help with inflammation. The drinking pomegranate juice can reduce markers of inflammation like interleukin 6 and C-reactive protein. Chronic inflammation is a precursor to several diseases, including heart disease. So that now these pomegranates help improve that and get rid of that. They increase your heart health. They provide potassium. Pomegranates are a good source of potassium, which helps with your muscle function and nerve function and regulates the heart. Muscles, nerve, and heart regulation, all in pomegranates. Pomegranates are plenteous in the supermarkets now, and you can get that palm juice that's already made up too. They help with your kidney health. They get rid of the severe pain, kidney complications. So now you have two things in there. You have the pears that help with kidney health. It says that pomegranates help in removing the kidney stones, preventing kidney stones. The antioxidants, or those phytophenols, which were found to be effective for the prevention of forming the stones. They are good complex carb, which means that they go through the body a little bit slower. And so that helps with your blood sugar levels. They just are good to eat. And it's just, at the end of the day, when you want something to snack on, get you some pomegranates. Guys, this is the end of the show. I know that it seems like I've taken a long time. I think the thing that took the longest, and I won't do that again, when I do pomegranates, I'll already have them broken up so that I can just drop them into the juicer. Please forgive me for that for today. But I hope that you have enjoyed the show. I hope that you have learned something on today. And I hope that you have considered loving yourself, loving God, doing more for yourself than you do for anybody else. And I know it sounds selfish, but it's not. If you don't take care of you, who's going to take care of you? And don't get mad when other people don't. Don't get mad with other people when they don't treat you the way that you think you ought to be treated. You're not treating yourself that great. That's what I found out. A lot of people get mad with a lot of people, but we're not treating ourselves all that great either. So why don't you get mad with yourself first? Self-analyze, self-love, self-care. Don't ever be so angry with yourself that you want to take your own life. Don't do that. Pull yourself back from that thought. That's not of God. I'm telling you, and I'm going to pray for you today. Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray for every person that's even having suicidal thoughts because they're tired of this life. And I plead the blood of Jesus over their mind and their emotions. And I pray, God, that you go in even now and touch their life, touch their mind, and free them from this demonic spirit that's speaking to them and lying to them. I speak life over you because God says, I come to give you life and that life more abundantly. He came to give you life. He came to give you life. So enjoy your life because tomorrow is coming and it is going to be better. But love yourself on today. Change what you eat, change what you drink, change what you watch on TV, change who you associate with. It is going to be better because God promised us that. Bye, everybody.